going on, guys? Today we're in Cincinnati at the Union Terminal Museum for the limited time exhibit of Pompeii. And I'm joined with Meanie X for this video. We're doing a collab. Pompeii happened on August 24th, 79 AD. In the Roman city of Pompeii, a volcano called Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed the entire city. And it covered the whole city in ash, and they didn't discover it for 1700 years afterwards. And the bodies of all the remains in the city were completely like restored. And when the archaeologists went in to recover it, it was all like still intact, and you could pretty much see how Roman life was. It was amazing. And so this museum's limited here in Cincinnati since we can't actually go to Italy right now. So this is I'm very excited for this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to film here or not. We're gonna see if we can, and even if we can't, we're gonna do something. So, look at this place. I think this place was built in the early 1930s during the Great Depression. Somehow, in Cincinnati, they managed to build this building and the Carew Tower during the Depression. There's the Carew Tower. That was the tallest building in Cincinnati for several decades. So we're gonna go see what this is all about. I'm very excited. All right, let's go. We're inside. The eruption happened on August 24th, year 79, during the reign of Emperor Titus, but the city was actually founded about 80 BC, the ancient Greece. And some people like to say that the ancestors of Pompey the Great, 300 years before, originally settled the city. It was like arch nemesis of Julius Caesar, but there's really no evidence confirming that, but it's interesting to think about. So some people like to use CE, some use AD, it's really just the same thing. Here's some Roman architecture here. So we have 1st century CE man. CE means an AD. They're the base. They're used interchangeably. It means the same thing. So these are some Roman statues. I guess these are the regal deal. But the people of Pompeii didn't really know they didn't know Mount Vesuvius was a volcano and that it was going to erupt like that. 17 years before, in 62, there was an earthquake that hit the city. That was during the reign of, I think, Emperor Nero, everyone's favorite emperor. So, a lot of marble, fantastic architecture, painted plaster, 1st century CE. So Pompeii is in modern day Italy, just south of Rome. But there were 2 cities that were hit with the volcano. There was Pompeii and then also Herculaneum. But no one talks about Herculaneum. Everybody talks about Pompeii because Pompeii had way more people, thousands of people. It's estimated between 3,000 and 20,000 people were killed in the Pompeii disaster. No one really knows for sure. Rooster. So there was an eyewitness of the event, a guy named Pliny the Younger, and he's the one who documented all this stuff. That's how we know about the exact date and the stuff about the city. He wrote it all down. And the city, like I said, it wasn't until 1740 when they finally uncovered it again. People knew it existed, but no one really knew where it was, and then archaeologists finally discovered it in the 1740s and pretty much sacked the entire city for the King of Spain at the time, Charles III. And then over the next couple centuries, we started digging it out and then discovered a bunch of other things. But what's interesting to note is Mount Vesuvius is still volcanically active. It killed about 80 planes during World War II. It went off in March 1944, and destroyed several aircrafts during the Second World War. So it's still taking lives to this day. At 2,000 years later, it's crazy.
These look like maybe watering cans because the beak of the rooster is open.
Rome was famous for using aqueducts. They were one of the first civilizations to transport water through piping systems, which was revolutionary for the time. Rome was so ahead of its time compared to every civilization on the face of the earth in the 1st century. Like, their way of life, like, they had stores, they had restaurants, they had, all this stuff that we still use today at core. It's kind of insane. Dionysus right there. Became the Roman god Bacchus, god of wine drinking in the countryside. His followers were most closely associated with the garden. Doors from the rest of the house opened onto his central area where the household ate, enjoyed wine, and generally relaxed. The Romans didn't really know too much what a volcano was until that happened. It was so devastating. Temperatures got to like 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hotter than an oven, and you know how hot it is when you stick your head in an oven. Imagine the whole air like that. These are all modern pictures. The city was completely preserved. Yeah, dug down to 12 feet of ash from the eruption. Like I said, no one knew where it was for 1,700 years.
That anchor
the
design,
province of Italia.
that anchor design is still what they use today.
We still use the same anchor design. Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. See, I mean, Rome was just about everything we do today is because of them. They were so ahead of their time. Like, how much has an anchor changed since 79? 2,000 years gone by. An anchor is roughly the same. We had to change. I mean, it's incredible. Painted plaster, 1st century. Here's some stuff about gladiators. Cool. So they actually did have some gladiator training stations in Pompeii. Gladiators in Roman society were revered in the same way as today's elite athletes. Many of them were enslaved, training in special schools. Originally part of religious ceremonies, gladiator games became blood sports, celebrated the emperor, military victories, and new official monuments. The amphitheater at Pompeii had a capacity of 20,000 people. Huge number of people in ancient times.
Look at this. I think it's a real helmet.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
Roman public. This is 1st century seat. The entire idea of sports stadium today was inspired by the Roman amphitheater. Gladiator shin guards. Saw gladiators.
Look at that. That's wild. Look at that helmet.
Boxer's hand. That's some tough stuff right there. Wow. This was a big deal. This was the big source of entertainment in Rome.
Pompeius has plenty of power to attack. Moves his spear successfully, and he keeps a safe distance. Moves it, and he faces his opponent up close. Milo plays a long game. His challenge, endure until he can strike. His heavy shield both protects and fatigues him. Only time will tell how long he can last.
Amazing.
In close combat, a fatal blow. Milo's patience has paid off. One of the swiftest in the arena. Even his sword is nimble and light.
Oh, was about all they had. All they wore. Statue of a male wearing a toga. That was a toga.
Free battle guarantees that his life is
Papyrus. Ancient text.
accuracy.
Years ago. Thomas. 790. This is the Pompeii. There's another eruption in 472, just 4 years before the fall of the Western Empire. At least 15 times erupts. At least 15 times between 472 and 1631. Many of these are major eruptions lasting several days. But there's just so many eruptions in that time period. 6 eruptions occurred during the 18th century. So in the 1700s alone, there were 6 eruptions.
person right there. God. That's a Roman citizen right there. Wow. Tiny, huh? It was all curled up, yeah. Oh yeah, people were not that tall back then. Dude. Yeah. Man met his death as he descended the stars in the house of Marcus Fabius Rufus. 3 companions cast were made of 3 of the victims. Only the skeleton of the 4 remained. Oh my God, that was the last, right? As he was dying. Look at that. Look at that. Right here. Front door of the house of Orpheus. Gosh, look at that, it's curled up. Yeah, you know, like when you're if you leave like a piece of paper in a hot car, after like days, it'll curl up. That one is all curled up due to the heat. Oh my God. Cast of a child. This is a child who lived 2,000 years ago, right here. Wow. Skeleton of a child thought to be around 8 years of age. First excavated at Pompeii 50 years ago. Archaeologists discovered the child's skeleton in the rubble where the city's central baths once stood. Oh my God, look how many people were in the baths. Be like that over there. Yeah.
Well, I guess everybody went to the bath because it was water.
Yeah.
Dying in the face of an
Teenager
disaster. The ash
Meanie X.
from Mount Vesuvius smothers everything. It captures people fleeing, cowering, dying in the face of an unfolding disaster.
This was found at the vineyard.
As the ash hardens, it solidifies the shape of its victims' bodies.
Yeah, coming out here. That's the exact, that's probably the picture.
From the thing. Man resting on his elbow. It was found near several other bodies. They all died together.
The ash from Mount Vesuvius smothers everything. It captures people fleeing, cowering, dying.
You could hear women shrieking, children screaming, men shouting. Some raised their hands to the gods, but most of them thought there were no gods at all. Plenty of the younger. Talked about earlier. A lot of people just thought the world was ending. I mean, I guess I would have too. Well strikes the ancient theater of Herculaneum, finds ancient marble structures. The land is acquired by the Austrian prince, who has tunnels dug and plunders the site. Antiques. This is 1709 through 1716. So they first discovered Herculaneum. They didn't discover Pompeii in 1748. They
Yeah, look at all
excavated the amphitheater in 1812.
250 years of archaeology.
Yeah. We're still discovering stuff because it was all covered 15 feet or more. 1779, fury of the volcano. See, and there's a sign that says, "Please touch."
Touch it.
I invite you to touch this 2,000-year-old piece.
The whole,
What even is this?
Let's just move the sign to other exhibits.
Ready?
Does this look right?
I think your arms need to go apart. I don't know.
No, that was fun.
Oh, that was right. Don't listen to me.
All right, my arms are long. So, turning is 3, 2, 1,
Trent, turn those hands, man. Remember?
and now flex. Big power to the left.
Oh, geez, my hands are falling out of it. Man, this is high definition right here.
Gotta get hot.
Are we gonna look? Come on, let's go. Looks like I'm playing
Right there. Straight ahead. Flap, 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 flap. Flap your hips right there.
He's way above. Grant's up there looking pretty good.
Mounts or not?
I think that peak is.
Grant's flying.
There's Mount Vesuvius.
He made it to it.
And big tilt down.
Flap, Grant, flap.
Into the volcano.
I did exactly what you set out to do.
That's true.
Now you're just on-
Mission accomplished.
Now try and flap
He
down.
went right into it. Where's Grant? Go for it, buddy.
Got about a minute left.
Oh, come on, Grant. Yep. A little bit higher. He's going to go into the side of it. Yeah, flip them up. Flip your hands up. Oh, it looks like a workout.
Going back down.
All right, Grant. He made it. Meanie X made it. There you go.
Oh, you're in the crater.
Oh, nice glide to your death.
Smooth landing. Oh, he stayed alive.
He's in the crater.
Now he's dead.
Can you go to the sun?
You can get above the atmosphere.
Oh, there you go. Good job, guys.
All right, guys.
That was cool.
All beautiful birds. You good?
All right, Grant, stand over here. We're going to do a review. We're going to do a bird review over here. Right, stand right there on the wall. All right, let's hear what you guys thought. Yeah, what's the review? Out of
Gotta try it.
out of 10 stars. Out of 10 stars.
No, like how do you rate your own?
I did amazing.
Oh yeah.
I went to the volcano. You gotta go to the volcano.
Well, so you're expert
I'm
flyer.
an expert flyer in.
I went to the volcano.
Did you?
Hey, would you guys recommend that?
Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah.
So that's going to conclude the Pompeii Museum tour video. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Wow.